Hello class, good morning and welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to look at pattern of numbers in mathematics. Pattern of numbers. Now, before we begin, I would like us to have a look at these numbers and how we use them when it comes to pattern of numbers. Now, you may be asked to skip count. To skip count by a certain number of steps. For instance, skip count by, you could be asked to skip count by 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and so on. Assuming you are asked to skip count by 2s, from our chart here, if you are skip counting by 2s, what it means is that you are going to begin with the number 2 and you jump a step and land on the second digit, that is 4. From 4, you skip 5 and land on 6. From 6, you skip 7 and on 8. You skip 9 and land on 10, skip 11 and land on 12. Let's look at these digits. They are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. A closer look at this will tell you that they are multiples of what? 2. Let's also consider skip counting by 3s. Again, you begin with the digit 3 and then you jump 2 steps and land on the third digit. So you skip 4, 5 and you land on 6. From 6, you skip 2 digits, that is 7, 8, and you land on 9. Skip 10, 11, and land on 12. Skip 13, 14, and land on 15. Let's also have a list of the numbers we have circled from the chart. You have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Undoubtedly, these are also multiples of 3. Is that okay? Now, if you are asked to skip count by a certain number of steps, we are going to consider some examples to demonstrate or make this clearer. For instance, let's consider our first example. Example 1. Skip count the following by 4s, and then you have 1. Now, let's look at how we will extend this pattern by by 4. What it means is that if you are skip counting by 4 using this particular pattern, what it means is that in order to obtain the digit that will fit in this empty space, you will have to add 4 to the digit 10. So adding 4 to 10 will give you 14. To obtain the digit that will fit in the next empty box, you add 4 to 14 to give you 18. That is how we fill the empty spaces. Now let's come to example 2. To obtain the digit that will fit in the empty space, you add 4 to 16. 16 plus 4 will give you 20. So the digit 20 will fit in here. To obtain the next digit that will fit in the empty space, you have to add 4 to 20 again. And that gives you 24. So you have 24 in the empty space. You apply the same step or method to the third example. To obtain the digit that will fit in the empty space, you have 32 plus 4. 32 plus 4 gives us 36. So 36 will fit in here. In order to fill this space, you will have to add 4 to 36. So we have 36 plus 4. And that gives us 40. 40 will fit in there. That is how we skip count by 4s. Let's consider our second work example. So you have example 2. Skip count by 6 in the following. So you have A, and then B, C, alright, the steps are the same. We are skip counting by 6. So what it means is that we are going to keep adding 6 until we get to our last box or empty space. So let's find the number that will fit in this empty space. That's going to be 18 plus 6 because we are skip counting by 6. So 18 plus 6 will give you 24. So you have 24 here. 24 plus 6 will give us the digit that will fit in the last empty space. So you have 30. Let's move to example B. B, you have 42. 42 plus 6 will give us the digit that will fit in here. So let's add 6 to 42. 42 plus 6 will give us 48. So you have 48 here. To get the next digit, you add 6 to 48. So 6 plus 48 gives us 54. So you have 54 there. And then our very last example, that is example C. To obtain the digit that will fit in here, you apply the same method. So you have 30 plus 6, and that gives you 36. So you have 36 here. 36 plus 6 will give you 42. And so 42 will fit in our last empty space. Alright, I hope what has been discussed is well understood. This is where we will stop, and then I'll give you a few questions to try. And so we have exercise 1. Alright. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. Thank you very much for being part of the lesson. Goodbye.